couple quick rounds of jokes, and then we'll call it even.
Or you could just ramble about how you spent the evening yesterday in the garage, which was nice. And we still couldn't find 10 mils at all.
10 mils are missing again. God damn it, we got a whole big bunch of them.
No sockets.
No fucking 10 mil sockets to speak of in the goddamn garage again.
Why don't you put zip ties through them? And then
Yeah, but then we can't use them because every time we go to fucking use them, we'll clip the zip tie and then they go everywhere again. Motherfucking 10 mils.
Put
Bastard.
zip ties in them.
Put zip ties in them. Yeah, that's really good.
But it'll keep them at least where they're supposed to be, and then you cut each zip tie off, and then you put it on a roll.
Well, that's a waste of zip tie.
He could just put them back in the toolbox.
I do put them back
There's
in the
that.
toolbox.
I mean, there's
He says that, but then he's like, if it ain't in the toolbox, it's on my cart, or it's over on the lawnmower, or it's over there.
It's only because I had it in my hand 10 minutes ago. You know, that's what I spend most of my time in the garage. Everybody's like, "Oh, what do you do in the garage out of 100%?" Well,
Find tools.
30% of it's actually fixing things. 90% of it's fucking looking for that goddamn 10 mil that I had in my hand 10 goddamn seconds ago.
Pretty much, yeah.
You do your math here. That's 120%.
Or getting to the point where you're like, all right, this is half taken apart. Fuck. We need a tool.
We need a special tool.
God damn it. Yeah, that went well
And
yesterday.
Aiden just is not the right tool we need.
But the pieces fit, right?
Yeah, but the pieces fit. You know, like a jigsaw puzzle. You know,
Yeah,
tab
they
A,
do.
slot B.
hello.
You're gonna be like your slot A, and I'm gonna tab that B all day long, man.
Hello and welcome to a Topic a Month podcast where we take one topic a month and split it into weekly segments.
Someday we just need to mime to each other until he starts this.
Yeah, I know,
Because we
right?
get fucked every time.
Every time.
This introduction has a lot of bounce to it, and everyone likes things that bounce. From balls to boobies, bouncing is better. In the studio tonight, we've got two old comers in which it turns out to be mostly dust.
Fuck, I knew he was going to go there.
We're back on with Geniuses this month. One of the smartest installments for our podcast. The topic is smart, but we're average by genius standards, and that's okay.
Is it really okay?
Well, for average by genius standards,
wow.
I mean, we at least got 102.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
Hey, I'll be low end of the high range. I'm all right with that.
You're okay
Yeah.
on the low end of the bell curve?
Hey, the low end of the high range? Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd rather be on the low end of the high
Be
range.
the
than high
dumbest
range
smart
of
person than the smartest dumb person, right?
I was going to say I'd rather be the low end of the high
Is that
range than
good?
the high end of the low range.
Fuck, I've confused myself. Shit, I think I shifted versions or areas. Damn it.
Well, that proves the theory, I
Yeah,
guess.
there it goes. There goes that theory.
Before
out
we
the fucking
begin to
window.
check bounciness, let's begin with our wonderful introduction we've got planned today. At least for our, well, we don't have a special newcomer anymore.
Why the fuck not?
I don't know.
Man, why won't anybody join us? If you want to join us and you're in Duluth, get your ass over here and we'll fucking do a special theory on this one.
Yay!
Yay!
In the chair across from me is our co-host with the most boasts on boats sailing on the coast to coat totes with toasts and let them go in moats that are protected by goats chewing oats.
Yeah, toast.
And that host is Alan. Because I couldn't think of anything that rhymes with Alan, apparently.
There isn't anything that rhymes with Alan.
Steve.
Steve, no.
Shit.
All right. Closer than, all right.
It's close. It's closer than toast, but you know.
That's close.
Yeah, toast.
The chair next to me presides a new Sheen to what could have been not Charlie Sheen, but a man in a dream that leans and seems to preen green jelly beans from streams with means that are simply obscene.
Green jelly sucks.
Bentley's our guy. Yes, he is. Bentley's our guy. This is a bad rhyme.
All right.
Well, there's not much that rhymes with Bentley neither.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Cheese.
All right.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that one. I like cheese.
Is that no?
Would you like some tater tots? Sure. What kind of cheese filling would you like? Well, none. Okay. You know what? Never mind. I'll just have a salad. Okay. What kind of cheese filling would you like? Son of a bitch.
You can't get away.
Can't get away from that
Just
shit.
melted Velveeta.
Fucking cheese.
I love cheese.
So we're doing.
You all right over there? He's already out.
I didn't practice the introduction.
Yeah, you were over there noodling on the fucking base.
You can tell I didn't practice because I suck.
Well, you suck even when you do practice. So.
Well, yeah. Also, I
but hey,
just didn't
if you're practice sucking, you better be good at it one day.
someday.
You can get to state. I mean, really.
Yeah, they got state finals in that. You know, you could do a rainbow. You could do a rainbow trial and
Was
see.
that quad A or something? Is that what it is?
I think so.
Quad A in sucking.
Yeah.
You've won a gold medal. Oh, sweet.
In sucking.
You suck more than everyone else.
Is it you suck the worst or you suck the best?
I don't, yeah, like
Fuck.
the
Because-
stupid vacuum joke. Oh, vacuum sucks. Oh, all right, that's not funny, but does it actually work or no?
Yeah, it's like, well, does your vacuum
care.
work or not? Jesus Christ, get off the goddamn.
And now Al's
covers.
going to go find your vacuum and put it on his dick.
No, I
Just
wouldn't
to find
do
out.
that.
If you haven't already. I see that look in your face.
Man gets lonely.
Guess what? Aiden's got a vacuum cleaner that's got a
Okay.
fucking fleshlight hooked to the end of it.
Yeah,
Smells like peanut butter.
smells like
His wife
peanut
turns
butter
on the vacuum later and she's like, what is that flapping sound? She looks in the end and there's a condom stuck in it. The fuck? It's just
The hell?
Oh, God, it's happening.
Oh, it already started. Anyway, so in lieu of inconsequential ramblings tonight, because Alan's a retard.
balls.
Jokes.
Yes, we have to do a couple rounds of jokes, and you
Who
all
wants
know the
first?
rules. I'll go first.
You go first.
You all know the rule. Just grab the joke and read it. You can't read
Bad
it. You got
jokes
bad
from a
jokes from a
bedpan.
bedpan. Remember, you can't pre-read it. Aiden,
It's folded. It's folded.
Pay no attention to me.
Pay no attention to this skit.
all right. Okay. Here we
How many
go.
people do you think punched out already? They're like, fuck, they're doing that?
Oh, they're
Out.
doing the joke. I'm out. I'm fucking out.
If they didn't leave for the vacuum fucking.
If they're still, if you guys are still here after vacuum fucking,
I'm pretty sure there's a pretty specific audience for that.
those
And
guys
we hit
might,
it.
might still be listening. We're trying to broaden our horizons, get more opportunities of who's actually going to listen. So
Jim Bob down
you bring
the
in
road.
vacuum fucking, and apparently it brings up half superior.
Jim
so.
Bob down the road's taking notes.
Yeah, it's like put condom in vacuum cleaner.
That's what I've been doing wrong. I've been putting it on the can.
Yeah, don't put condom on dick first.
Just inflates and explodes, and I'm scared.
Yeah. All right, I'll go first. How do you organize a space party? You plan it.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
That was a horrible joke.
Plan it.
You plan it, man. It's a space party, man. You plan it.
He wrote these.
I did.
He really did.
I
And
really
he was
did.
sober, I'm assuming.
Yeah, actually, I was. Yes.
Was he?
No, I was.
I heard he wrote them at work. Was he?
Well, yeah. If I was at
I've
work,
heard things that go on.
Well, I don't know what you've heard, but we don't start the party until after 9.
Well, yeah.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
You want to go or should I?
No, you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're going to push me into this. All right.
Yeah.
He's going to do some pushing.
I gave all my crossed out word that wasn't spelled right.
Shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
suck it, husband.
Yeah.
I gave all my dead batteries away today free of charge. Seriously, though. Crossed out word that was not spelled right.
Yeah. No, that really was. No, I misspelled something like fucking. I scratch it out.
You skipped dead. I'm
I
guessing
did.
you were writing,
Yeah.
I gave all my
I
batteries.
gave all my batteries. Fuck! I forgot the word dead. Shit. What's the matter, Aiden? You all right over there?
Oh, God, I just got dumber. I'm going to have a hard time talking about this topic.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
Okay,
wrote
so
it down.
all right, go ahead, Aiden.
Ugh. All right.
I
You
love
can
that.
do it.
You can do it.
I am terrified of elevators. I'm going to start taking steps to avoid them.
Dude, seriously. What the fuck?
I'm just
Why?
I calls it like a season, man. I'm a whale biologist.
I don't even. How did you get these? Like, what? I have never heard you tell a joke like this.
They've been saving up for the last
guess.
36
And the
years.
dam finally broke.
Finally culminating.
Flooded us with all of this wonderful goodness.
Oh yes.
So are we going around 2 right away, or should we wait?
We can wait. We can get started on the geniuses, or we can get a little dumber by playing some jokes here.
Let's talk about geniuses
Yes,
to make
let's, shall
ourselves
we?
sound a little
Yes.
smarter. So who would like to go first for their...
I don't think it's going to make us sound smarter.
No, there ain't nothing in this world that's gonna make us sound smarter by any means.
Oh, man. Bentley, would you like to start us off, sir?
Well, I mean, the best one I could come up with this week, being that so much crap has happened lately and I didn't have a lot of time to look, Also, I'm lazy.
There is that.
Yeah. Howard Hughes.
Oh yeah.
All the shit that man
weird
did.
eccentric guy. Yeah.
And yeah, he is definitely the one that proves the whole the bigger the genius, the crazier you are kind of thing.
What is it? The difference between genius and insanity is just one step to the left.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Because like the shit I was reading on him, he went to a hotel in Vegas, started living there. To not get shit from the manager, he bought the fucking hotel.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just bought like the top 2 floors. Started the second to the top floor as like the business center where he would go and meet everybody, and the penthouse was his.
Yep.
And he would just walk downstairs, walk back upstairs.
Yep.
Because he didn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like see, Hughes was fucking rich on top of that.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, they actually made a movie about him too, or
That
kinda
was
touched
a
on
good
him. Yeah,
long
It was?
The Aviator.
movie.
Yeah, it was
Damn
a
it.
good movie. I
I
liked it.
wanted to see that.
I liked it. Yeah, I actually liked it.
very good.
Yes.
I'd recommend it.
But yeah, just like reading the shit he did.
Yeah. The
He's
Spruce Goose, man.
He was in fucking everything. He
Yeah,
was in medical. He was in aviation. He was in fucking movies and TV.
Yep. He was. Well, he made a movie about aviation, which made it kind of funny too.
Yeah.
You know.
So what did he do, Bentley?
Fuck. Oh, fuck. I knew you were gonna ask that question. didn't you?
Wikipedia saved my ass.
Please, Wikipedia.
All right. Let's see.
I know he did a bunch of stuff. I mean, he had that big fucking
The
plane,
Spruce
and then-
Goose. That's the nickname of it.
Yeah. Well, he got into entertainment
Because the plane was made out of wood. They called it the.
it wasn't
one of
spruce though.
No, one of his you know, the big giant plane that you're talking about, that gigantic, massive
Not
fucking
a
plane.
goose.
No.
No, it's not a goose.
It might have killed a few
It did.
trying to take off because it was a seaplane.
Because this thing was a seaplane. Yeah, exactly. Well,
But
yeah, fuck you.
well, you know why it was wood, right?
Because it was cheaper.
No, I read that earlier. They wanted stuff that would be easy to replace in wartime.
Yes.
So
Yep,
it wouldn't
making
be
it out of aluminum was
metal or aluminum.
Yep.
They were like, oh fuck, I need a new plane. Let's go chop down 30 trees.
Yep. There we go.
So,
Right.
but yeah, no, he got into movies, and his first 2 films, right out the gate, were financial successes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck did he make?
Let's see. Everybody's acting in 2 Arabian Nights. No
Yeah.
clue what they are. That's the names of them, though.
You've never heard of Arabian Nights?
Yeah, but not 2
I mean, the
Arabian
movie.
Nights.
No.
No,
2.
one. Oh, 2 Arabian
2
Nights.
Arabian Nights.
Oh.
Yeah. And not the
enough.
same.
Not like 1 and then number 2 was Arabian Nights. I'm like, really?
Nope.
I'm like, fuck, Arabian Nights was a good movie.
But the one you were talking about, the flight one,
Yeah.
was Hell's Angels, which
Yes.
he made it for $3.8 million, and it made almost 8 back
Yep, exactly.
Holy
in like
shit.
30.
Yep.
1930.
1930s, yep.
So
Well, what it was is when they were filming, sometimes when they were filming the plane, they actually, you couldn't tell like how fast they were going and how fast they were moving. And so he would commission, oh God, the weatherman. Yeah, you know, the weather dudes. They'd commission the weather dudes to be like, hey, we need clouds in the background. Can you find me some clouds?
yeah, he's
And they'd fly the planes out to him and reshoot, like daily reshoot. That's how crazy and eccentric he was.
Yeah.
He wanted to put perspective on everything that he did.
That's fair.
like the when he
good
bought a
flick.
studio,
Yeah.
he bought a chain of movie theaters that also had their own studio and radio network. He actually halted production on all the movies right when he bought it, and basically went looking for commies. And if you weren't pushing anti-communist, and if you weren't a certain political affiliation, you were done at that studio.
Yep.
Yeah,
See,
right.
that's-
I was reading this and I was like, "Holy shit!" I knew he was crazy, but fuck.
Yeah, no, he was insanely crazy.
But
is what
yeah.
it was.
I mean, that time frame, I guess.
yeah, exactly.
guess.
You know, if, better red than dead, or better dead than red, whatever.
Tommy.
Better read than, dude. Don't go back in time with your time machine if you ever make it. If you're gonna talk like that,
Nah, whatever.
You're gonna-
Look, my time machine is going to involve a whole lot of something.
weed.
No, I don't think I'm going to be high to do it. I'll be drunk when I go do it because you said don't expect me to do that around sober. Are you kidding me? Fuck, I feel like, what is it? God, I feel like, Christ almighty, I can't even think of his name.
You know what's gonna
You
happen? is,
just said it. Christ.
yeah.
Nah, with my luck,
Bad
I'd
joke.
accidentally land and hit him and be like, oh shit, I paralyzed his ass.
No,
Fix
dude.
yourself quick.
No, dude. With your luck, you're gonna invent a time machine that goes back in time but doesn't protect whatever's in it. So the time machine's gonna stop in like 70, and you're just
Yep.
gonna be an egg and sperm.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, there's no.
You're just gonna get younger and younger and be like, fuck.
There's no temporal field. You know,
A fucking
you
3-year-old
gotta
yelling
have-
fuck and pushing
well,
buttons.
you gotta have a temporal field. If you don't have the temporal field with all the crap shit that goes around, you are still aging and or moving backwards in time. You would eventually be unborn.
I don't know if that
Control
sounds
seeing.
painful or just disgusting.
Yes,
Oh.
pre-life.
Anyway, so Hughes did that, and then he
fate worse
he
than
went
death.
into aviation and aerospace, and that's like what
Yeah.
most people remember him for: different planes,
Yep.
prototypes and stuff, and the
Yeah,
spruce goose.
he had some pretty sweet ass prototypes too.
Yeah.
They never went into production due to the fact that they were probably fucking just death traps, but they flew.
Yeah. Well,
know?
and also at one point he had the record for flight around the world.
Yep.
In 91 hours.
Yep.
He knocked 3 days off the person, or 4 days.
4 days
Off the person that did it
Holy
before him.
Fuck.
previous
Yeah.
person. Yep. Well, because
So-
because his brain, the way his brain worked when it comes to airplanes, it was just amazing how it actually worked because he saw everything. He didn't see it as like, oh look, it's an airplane. What could like wind resistance is a big one with airplanes. And you wouldn't think that a couple of screws hanging out would cause that much different wind resistance, but he saw the plane as a whole. And he's like, he goes, no, we have to do something with these planes. They have to make them faster and less wind resistance. I mean, that's what he worked on, basically.
Yeah.
He figured out how to make planes faster,
Right.
but keeping them structurally intact, and it's like, how do you do this, So, he did it.
Planes?
He made planes, and he made them,
He did all
streamline
kinds of
fucking
shit,
shit.
yeah.
Yep, exactly. Well, didn't he, what was it? He inherited his money
Yep.
from...
His family,
His
his
family-
parents died when he was 19. His
Yep.
mom died like early 19. His dad died like months later.
Okay, because it was
So-
something...
Fuck.
What were they in? Were they machinery of some sort?
Well, he had a tool company.
tool company, that's
and
what it was.
There was also, and I don't know if it came in later, but there was also medical research.
Yeah. Yep, of course.
So-
Well, of course, because him being as crazy as he was, he probably had something wrong with him. So he figured, hey, let's get work, get two birds stoned at once.
Yeah.
Or as Aiden likes to kill it, as Aiden likes to do, he likes to kill two stones with one bird.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
You've never done it that way yet. You
Throw
don't
the
know what
bird
I'm
hard
talking
enough, it's going to happen.
That's exactly what he did. He made the gesture holding that bird and throwing it at a rock. He's
Fucking
like, I
check
got
it.
it.
Yeah.
about. Yeah, I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, no,
Good
that
reference.
makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly, right?
So what do you got for your...
I got a couple of them. I'll start with something way back in time. It's the guy's name is Hero, Hero, like just how it sounds. Hero from Alexandria. You remember the Lighthouse of Alexandria, Library of Alexandria? The thing that the Romans killed off because nobody believed him.
Because knowledge is
Because
fucking
knowledge
banned.
is banned. Well, the lighthouse thing, the Lighthouse of Alexandria was actually lost in an earthquake, but they burned the Library of Alexandria, which was the greatest conglomeration of all knowledge in the quote-unquote known world, and it basically set us back by 1,000 years.
It was 4 books.
It was probably 4 or
So
5
1
books.
plus 1 equals X.
you
Fuck the
know,
future.
fuck
Math has letters.
Yes, pretty much. Anyway, Hero of Alexandria, he actually came up with something, and it's once I try to describe this to you, it's basically a steam engine, is what it is. It's a tiny brass ball with two little rods coming out either side of it, at a parallel angle, and one of them at the end of it, you bend it and it faces up. You bend the other side to face down, and when you heated the water inside of it, it would spin.
Right.
Sure, right. I think it's called an heliopile. Is that how I'm pronouncing it? Heliopile, whatever the fuck it's called. Anyway,
An anus, whatever.
an anus pile, whatever the hell it is. He actually created stuff like that. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. And he actually created a whole bunch of funny shit like that. Like it was pre anything, and this guy was thinking of finding ways how to harness energy to make life easier. And then all shit hit the fan.
Then
Let's see.
they got fucked.
And then they got fucked. What else do we got in here? Developed useful instrument, water pumps, like circular spiral water pumps. In a matter of speaking, it's like a precursor to I can't even talk right now. My brain is so frazzled right now. Okay, a big long pipe with a auger bit in the middle of it.
Yeah, sure.
They still use
Oh,
it today
right,
for
right,
like
right. Yeah, I know
they
what you're
still
talking
use
about.
they still
Yeah.
use it today for moving grain and shit like that, grain and coal and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Well, he used it with water. He was making water pumps out of them.
Well, that's a good
Things like-
idea.
right? Exactly.
Yeah, weren't they doing that kind of thing with like aqueducts back in the day?
Yeah, with the old aqueducts and everything
Yeah.
like that. He created the first syringe, to be honest
Man,
with you.
if I could
for
fucking
flushing.
have found one of them.
I
today.
know, right?
God damn it.
Let's see, a fountain
Not
came
for
up-
what you're
heroin.
thinking.
yeah. He actually created a water fountain capable of operating off hydrostatic electricity.
Huh.
Right? Weird shit. Windmill-operated organs. Not like human organs, but like organs, like musical organs. Weird shit. Just the first weirdest thing. Coin-operated vending machines, in a matter of speaking. They actually use this so when you go into the temples of the gods, you would produce your offering and you'd throw it in like the top of a thing. And what it would do is the coin or whatever you had there, the coin would land on it and it would be on a
Scale.
Thank you. On like a pendulum scale. And it would open up and it would let water drain out. And when it reached a certain point, the coin would fall off, and it would stop draining the water into it, and it would almost like a toilet, the way a toilet flushes. It does like that, but it's all however much money you put in it. You put more money into it, you get more holy water out of it. You know,
Of
more
course.
offerings.
You
know
go
what I
to
mean?
hell if you're putting rocks
You
in
put
that thing.
it's like, well, it was only big enough to put like coins in. So if you put like, say, you put a wooden coin or something like that, you wouldn't get anything out of it.
Right.
You know, exactly. Right.
I found this horse shit outside. Hard as in the sun.
Cramming shit
Exactly
into the
right.
coin op.
And if I remember correctly, he also did. It was like the Temple of Athena or the Temple of Zeus, whichever one it was. You would go up and produce your offering to it, and its mechanical eyes would open up and look at you, and then shut down again to like go bring praise to you.
Yeah, that's a hard no. I'm not
Yeah.
going up to that.
Yeah, well, it's weird because the whole statues were bronze, and all they were was hollow bronze with fucking machinery in it. And people thought, hey, look, that's the god coming to life. No, it was this whack job making shit up so we can make more money out of it.
Right.
You know, along those lines of people thinking statues are religious symbols, I was reading a thing on the internet the other day about one where like there was water dripping off of a statue, and they were like, "Oh, Mary is crying for us," and they were
Yeah.
looking in the water, and it was a leaky toilet in the wall behind it.
Oh, fuck.
That guy that figured that out, he had to seek asylum in
Oh, I'm
another country
sure.
because there were death threats against
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah,
because of it.
absolutely right. Because he had bad plumbing caused this whole religious experience. It's like, are you fucking serious?
You guys are drinking poop water.
By
Sorry.
the way, you do realize that this is shit water from the second story toilet, right? You know. But yeah,
It's the body of something, but it ain't Christ.
yeah, it's something, right? It's the poop of Christ. You know exactly.
Oh, going to hell for that one.
A little more seriously developing further and blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, so basically nothing after that one. But yeah, this guy, he came up with just the weirdest things with like hydraulics and steam power shit. This is all in like 1750 BC. Sorry, what the first one? God damn. Yeah, BC.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you're
this
right.
is BC.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Christ. Yeah, and this was just like, thousands of years. He was coming up with this shit. And this is what happens when you destroy society.
You know, I gotta wonder too with the whole AD BC thing. When it was like 1, do you think they were like so? Do we call it 1 or do we call it like 449? What's going on
exactly
here?
right.
What's the date?
I
Well,
mean, we have enough problems with
5.
time zones. They were probably like, "What year are you in?"
Yeah, exactly. It's like 5. I don't know. Let's see. Industrial Revolution. Maybe started in 50 cc instead of
Cotton gin.
Cotton gin. That's right, man. Well, yeah.
Who says I don't like gin? I'm on this.
No, I mean,
I like cotton. I like gin.
Cotton, I
Fuck
like
yeah.
gin. We're gonna make cotton gin. You know.
Wait, what?
The cotton
All right.
gin?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Some kind of machine that does
It's a machine that separates out the thistle of
Yeah,
of the cotton from the normal cotton stuff.
Yep.
That's neat.
You ever seen how they do it by hand? It's like 2 like dog brushes basically, and you scrape them together really hard.
That was
And you peel it apart, you pull it all apart, and it picks all the little seeds and shit out of it. Well, the cotton gin did the exact same thing, but faster.
it was Washington Carver, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was Carver.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's the name.
That's the because he wasn't he also the peanut butter dude? He did a whole bunch of shit with peanuts.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's right.
he's a black guy.
I feel like that's vaguely racist.
No,
What,
It's a
peanuts?
joke. Yeah, wasn't he the peanut butter guy?
well, he did stuff
don't
with
know.
peanuts.
I really don't know.
Sorry, probably not peanut butter. What's really funny, when peanut butter actually came out, little side story, peanut butter was actually produced and like quote unquote manufactured. People were like, oh, it's hundreds of years old. It was at the like 1913's World Fair, and it was the greatest thing known to man was peanut butter.
Peanut butter is wonderful.
Fucking great.
I
Yeah.
know, I love peanut butter. Don't get me wrong. Peanut butter is life. Just
I mean, you can make peanut butter by yourself, though. I mean, I do it
Yeah.
all the time when I eat nuts.
well, you just eat a handful of nuts and you crunch them out in your mouth, and then add some sugar to it.
He's just shitting it out and eating it again. That's
He does
all
do that
he's
sometimes.
doing.
Well, you got to have it processed.
That's fair.
You got to have it roasted.
Yeah.
You know.
Every now and then, like, if you don't want to, have smooth, you just
Don't chew it all the way.
Yeah.
Don't
Just
chew it all the
swallow
way.
It's
and
really
Swallow
easy.
them whole.
It's really easy to do it.
Hey, God damn
I
it.
mean, it's a piece of cake.
So we had kidney stones. He's gonna be in there like, I didn't have that big nut.
Shouldn't have eaten that filbert. Shouldn't have eaten that filbert. Actually, filbert nuts are very delicious. I like them. And nobody knows what a filbert is.
Well, it's got
guarantee
two
it.
names mushed together, so it can't be that good.
No.
Phil and Bert.
No, well, here's the thing. A filbert nut is also known if you have older grandparents.
I'm not
or
saying what
let's-
that one is.
I'll say what it is.
You will.
Because one, people worry about what they think of me, and I don't give two shits what you think of me. So, the older generation, myself, I quit making them. When I found out the actual name was filbert, is when I started calling them this. They were originally called nigger toes. All right, and that is a little wrong in my opinion.
Just a little.
Just a little
more.
We're putting blacks
little.
down and promoting cannibalism. Awesome.
Awesome,
This is what we need in a nut.
So, like I said,
fuck?
that's why they changed the name to Filbert, apparently. And
Meanwhile,
you know, right over there.
Meanwhile, there's a guy named Filbert that is like, this is horse shit.
We've been
I liked
canceled
them the
so
way they
far.
were.
Yeah, that's right. I think we just got a notice from the FCC. I think we're canceled.
That's okay.
FUC. I don't know.
FUC, UCCC, whatever the fuck you are. Anyway, so
Yeah, it was-
I mean, think about it. You know, what we still going on about cotton gin shit?
Yeah, no, I was looking. You guys are right on Carver. I just don't know peanut butter. He probably did because he was promoting poor farmers growing alternative crops like peanuts and sweet potatoes for their own food.
Yep.
So I would guess that peanut butter is in there. That he was like, hey, if you grow peanuts, you can get this.
You can do this, and
So-
and I think if I remember correctly, he was one of the guys who also promoted don't just plant corn all the time in every field,
Yeah.
because eventually it like kills the soil in a matter of speaking by doing the whole process over and over and over again. So every couple of years you switch out what you were growing. So like what you could do it on a rotating field situation. You go like, let's say you have 2 or 3 fields. One field will be empty for a year. One field will have corn. One field will have like potatoes. And then you rotate that. You
Right.
actually
Yep.
rotate it. The open field will have corn, potatoes, empty. And it's actually better for the soil than doing the whole.
Yeah, because otherwise you're stripping out all the nutrients.
all the nutrients
for corn,
for
just
corn.
constantly.
Yep, constantly. I like
Where if you
corn.
rotate through like that, and
Bentley likes
maybe
corn.
fucking corn's awesome. But maybe if like when the field is empty, you have like your cattle or whatever.
Exactly,
On it, then you're
have
getting
it-
the
and then
fertilizer.
you get the fertilizer and everything on it. Exactly, and he
It's
actually
turned into farm talk. What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When did we go to 4-H talk instead of geniuses? I mean, we're expanding on the fact that he was a genius.
Yeah,
I mean, think
yeah,
about it. You know,
definitely.
anybody who invents something that makes everybody's life 100% easier, it's got to be some type of genius.
I agree.
You know, I mean, look at Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs, right? They made the computer. Did they not?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
Wasn't
They made it more
they made
personal.
it? They made it more
Yeah.
personal, is what I should say. Yes, they came up with the PCs.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
those guys
well,
are
yeah,
fucking engineering
yeah.
geniuses. All right, you know.
They saw a hole and filled it, much like Aiden does to you.
I know, right? He's good at it, though. He's really fast at it. He's just like, I'll be over there yawning. Next thing you know, I'm balls deep in him. Like, I'm just yawning.
Don't fucking do that while I'm drinking water. God damn it. Shit.
That's why I have this in front of me now.
Yeah.
Put it on
Is that what that
top
is? I thought that was a static reducer. No, it's just a spray catcher.
Yeah.
He's just so full of electricity. He needs.
This
he's
is
spitting it out.
yeah. It's the United States calling. Are we reaching click?
Yeah. Fucking. That has gotten so much worse in the
Yes.
past like 3 months.
So what else you got? What else you got for your?
I went
geniuses?
looking to see because we've kind of stayed on the male side of the equation.
Oh yeah, are there any?
So I went
Yeah.
looking for females, and like I found. I always fuck her name up, Marie Curie. Mary?
Oh yeah, Mary Curie.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
it all-
know,
it all
she,
depends.
She did a lot of stuff.
Yes.
I don't remember what it is, but I know she did a lot of stuff.
She did a lot of medical stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
and,
medical
You know, and the whole what is she? Uranium or something? She was messing with uranium and
Yeah, she was working with radioactive
poisoning
stuff.
herself and.
Yeah, she.
Well, you know the stuff that makes you on the old watches, how the old hands used to glow. That was the same shit.
what
Radium.
was that?
Radium.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was working to get you to glow in the dark. She was working on that.
Yeah, well, and she was finding stuff that was more radioactive than uranium.
Yeah.
Back in like the 1800s.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And it's actually apparently relatively easy to figure out, as long as like a quote unquote radioactive substance or something like that. If you coat a sheet of paper with a certain chemical, and you put it near like an open flame or something like that before it bursts into flames, of course, naturally, it'll give off a funny glow. Well, it does the same thing. That's how they figure out that's the same thing that radiation is giving off something.
Well, and that's one of the things that she,
Make
when she
myself
was
smell.
working on stuff like that, one of the things that she was one of the early ones to figure out was that radioactive elements are putting electricity in the air.
Yes.
And
Yep.
that's
Exactly.
how they could
Like,
detect that kind of stuff.
Electricity and I'm making myself sound really smart here when I say that I can't think of the fucking words. I really can't. You know,
Words to what?
anything. I cannot focus right now.
Well, that's okay.
I'm like ADD over here.
That's all right. Here.
Oh,
You
God.
wrote down the words earlier.
Why? Thank
Oh my
There you
God.
go.
It's back.
Round 2, motherfucker.
The bedpan is back. Okay, here we go, fuckers. Good Lord. What caused the airline to go bankrupt?
Oh, this is good after talking about Hughes.
Runway inflation.
What?
Runaway.
Runaway inflation.
okay.
Runaway
All right.
inflation.
Yeah, you got to say it right
Sorry,
for it
I
to work.
fucked that one up. Runaway inflation. Oh my God. Why?
I don't know.
That
I don't
one's
know.
dumb.
You should ask yourself
I'll
about
admit,
these jokes
I'll
every
admit
single day.
That one was fucking dumb. I'm sorry.
What's the similarity between a frying pan and a whore? And this is a lot like the jokes I would expect from you.
I don't know what.
Both can make your sausage grow. Which I don't know what kind of pan you have, but when I cook a sausage, it doesn't usually grow like breakfast sausages. They just kind of
that's the whole
shrink.
point. Frying pan breakfast sausage. You kind of makes them swell a little bit.
What sausages are you getting?
Jimmy Dean.
I gotta start getting Jimmy Dean's. My sausages are way too small.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I left that open for you fuckers.
That's what she said, man. This carried over from last night.
Holy
Everything we
shit.
were doing last night, putting bikes
Every
together.
single thing we said, Zach was over in the corner going, "That's what she said."
She said, and it was appropriate in all
Goddamn
cases.
thing.
Oh man, you should have been there last night.
Hey, go grab that 10. That's what she said.
That's what she said. Fuck, every fucking time.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Okay,
people.
anyway, I know, right? Don't lump me in with people.
What did the fish say when it swam into a wall?
Damn.
God damn it.
All right.
Damn.
So you
so-
kind of came back with this one.
Would
That
any-
one put you right back where you were.
Would anybody else like some cyanide?
If
Anybody
you're
here?
sharing,
Yes,
I mean, yeah.
I'll take some. I'll take
Is
two.
it a chewable?
You got it. You got it in the chewable capsule. Yes.
Somewhere
man.
someone's like, my fucking uncle
right.
took one of those. Fuck you guys.
Click. Yeah.
Done.
Exactly.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Uncle Adolf. Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh wait, did that just come out loud?
It might have.
Whoops.
It might have.
Sorry, that was my bad. I apologize for my outburst.
He does not.
I really
It's not
don't.
sincere at
It's
all.
No, I don't. I rarely apologize, but when I do, I think it's true.
In fact, they should apologize to you.
I think
that's
they
what
should.
should happen.
Yeah, I think.
God
they should.
fucking damn it. I would just wait till you fuckers stop talking, but if I'm able to drink, you're both talking. Fuck.
See what I mean?
Oh, it's just a downward spiral into alcoholism.
I'm pretty sure I'm not a genius now.
You just shot water out your nose.
At least it wasn't pop. That fucking
Yeah,
burns.
that burns. So does tequila. Oh my god. So does cum. Did you just say that?
What?
You all heard it, right? You all heard that in the background. So does cum.
No.
That's
I
what
think
he
you're
said.
hearing things.
Well, I hear everything. Yeah, that's what I thought, you fucker. Hey, get away from my bike.
Nobody.
somebody's-
They're like fucking in front of my truck.
They were eyeballing it.
They're
They
old
can't even
people.
see it from there. My truck's in the
I
way.
can see my bike.
They can't.
Wow, fuck them.
It's like we're gonna have a stab in-
it's like telling
Oh,
Bentley
Jesus.
to stay out of my garbage.
Hey. Look, I will go in your garbage, and I will hit your garbage with my truck whenever I damn well feel
Every
like it.
fucking time he pulls in, he hits the garbage cans and fuck, stay out of my garbage.
It's really
doing
tough to ease up to it and not fucking throw it over. Because
Oh, fuck that. Just do it on purpose.
I know. Have you ever hit a garbage can?
If
by
I do that, he's
accident?
gonna make me pick it up, and I'm too fucking lazy for
I mean,
that.
I mean, seriously, have you ever hit a garbage can with your car? It fucking flies, man. Man,
like
I
a
wasn't even
spring
trying. I wasn't even trying, but I fucking shot my own garbage can like 25 feet.
And then he yelled at himself, "Stay out of my!"
God damn it! I gotta stay out of my garbage.
Damn it!
Okay. All right.
Who else you got?
I got. Have you ever heard of Jerry Hall Lemelson? He's lame. Lemelson.
I'm gonna say no.
No, what? You've never heard of? Fucking
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn it!
Turned into a fucking infomercial.
It did, right? You never heard of Jerome Lemelson? Lemelson.
Let me see it.
Lemelson. Here, we'll go to that one.
I don't know.
Lemelson.
Lemelson. I'll go with Lemelson.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yep.
We're butchering these.
Oh,
geniuses' names.
hopefully he's dead. So then we
Oh,
won't hear,
that's fucking great. Hopefully he's dead. Fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. You know, what
He's
do
a
you expect?
genius. He should be gone by now.
Fucking nerd.
Well, you now have heard of him. Yes, you have. Yes, exactly.
There ends our discussion.
Our
for today.
discussion. He is apparently the most prolific inventor in history. Right?
Oh, is this the guy that just kept submitting patents for just
Yep.
goofy shit?
605 patents to his credit.
All right.
right.
All right.
That's
Hold
not
on.
a genius. That's gaming the system.
Wait a minute. Now, I know your question you're about to ask. What did he invent? Huh?
The pocket fisherman.
The pocket
one of
fish.
those.
Ronco
This is
flavor
Ronco
infuser.
thing. Let's see. He helped invent. Actually, he did automated warehouses. Like our warehouses down in the cities. We basically just put shit on a turntable and let the fucker go, and it automatically picks it.
All
Things
right.
like that. Industrial robots.
Okay, how did he invent that? Did he just write down industrial
Yeah, I
robots
mean,
and look to
yeah.
get a patent?
Because patents are pretty vague
Yep.
like that. You can just be like, a process to fuck myself.
Oh, here's a
And
fun
send it
one.
off.
Here's some fun stuff. Cordless telephones. So something to do with the radio waves and frequencies and shit like that.
So it's his fault that I get
Yep.
junk mail calls
That
all
is
the time.
correct. Oh, look at that. And there we go. Fax machines, video cassette recorders, camcorders, magic tape drives used by Sony Walkman.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
See, there we go. There's a good one. We all know the Walkman. Let's
You
see.
don't know which drive they're talking
Not
about.
really sure what he's talking about. I got no fucking idea. This guy is a complete blur to me.
Is this the guy
Patents
that
in fields of medical industries, cancer detection,
just
and
wireless
treatment.
phones or cell phones?
It says cordless phones. I'm assuming cordless as in house phones
Okay.
that are
Yeah, probably.
cordless.
Because I remember
Yep.
seeing a video of the first guy with a cell phone making a call from his car.
From the-
he
oh,
brought the
yeah.
media around, and that was hilarious.
It was funny as fuck, right? I mean, this guy apparently had a whole bunch of crap. Now, whether or not you would classify him as a genius, but it takes kind of a wicked genius to.
if he actually worked through those things
Yep,
and didn't just
exactly.
write down, I want to do this on an application.
Let's see. Diamond coating technologies. Ooh, like diamond chip drill bits and shit like that. Right. I mean, that's kind of cool.
He had a pot on his stove. He
Probably
just
had
had diamonds in it.
What
It was
the
like,
fuck? Yeah, exactly. Well, then, figure the
Just
patent
putting sticky tape on shit and dipping it in
just dipping it in diamonds. Here you go, fuckers. But yeah, apparently
he's got
this-
his car all decked out in it, and they're like, "Hey, fucking diamonds, cubic goddamn zirconium."
That's exactly what it is. You crushed up a bunch of sand and threw it on glue on your car, It's like, son of a bitch. So, yeah, apparently this
Made
guy was,
sandpaper.
not well known, but very well known.
right.
Helped with a whole bunch of shit. Excuse me.
That's a pretty good inventor.
That was a pretty good inventor.
Yeah,
Came up
yeah.
with shit. I would classify him as a genius inventor, maybe. I mean,
All right.
I got another guy here that, in my opinion, is a lot better, and he didn't really do that much.
What did he do?
Why didn't you lead with this one?
Well, because I didn't. I wanted to save the best
Yeah,
for
you
the
got to
middle.
build up.
You got to
Oh,
build
yeah.
up to this, so you go from
We
the
had to
really
get
bad
past
ones.
Jerome, however you pronounce his name.
However the fuck you pronounce that motherfucker's name. Edwin Land. See, I bet you nobody's heard of this motherfucker. But I can guarantee it, at least one time in your lives, you have used a product that was designed and figured out by this motherfucker.
Toilet
I haven't.
paper.
Nope.
Damn.
He apparently was a Connecticut physicist.
Nope.
Nope. So nobody's ever heard of him.
Connecticut?
Yeah, he was from Connecticut.
Okay.
Right?
I thought you just fucked up kinetic there for a
No,
second.
that's Connecticut. I know how to read a state.
Okay.
Look,
I mean,
know-
you didn't know. You fucked up Jerome.
I fucked up Jerome, all right? Of course, he invented almost everything, blah, 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 blah. When he was a freshman at Harvard University in 1926, he developed a new kind of polarizer by aligning and embedding crystals into plastic sheets, later called Polaroid. He invented
All
the
right.
way how the
What was his last name again?
Heartland. Edward Land. Yeah. He was basically the guy who figured out how to make Polaroid cameras or Polaroid pictures. not the cameras, the
Right.
film the film itself.
Once the film's made,
Once the film is up, exactly. I mean, he just figured out how to do it, and I'm like, how the hell did you come up with this shit?
that guy was stoned and don't shit
definitely
on,
on
paper.
this one.
Such-
Let's see. Also, later,
like peanut butter cups. You got some chemicals on my paper, and you got some paper on my
chemicals,
chemicals.
pretty much is what it is, right? It's pretty much probably what happened on that one. He applied the polarization prep. Oh, okay. He applied the polarizing. Good God, polarizing principle to light filters and helped with the motion picture industry to make their film better.
No kidding.
Yeah, so you get better color film and shit like that.
Gonna guess polarized sunglasses are on that list somewhere.
It isn't on that one. No, it actually isn't.
What the fuck?
No, it isn't. No. It says Land is probably best known for the developing of self-developing cameras. Make it possible to embarrass your friends on the spot rather than have to wait for a week.
And,
That's a good idea. Okay, that's
Motherfucker.
fair. That's
and going
fair.
to the drugstore to be humiliated. And I mean,
yeah, they don't develop my film anymore.
yeah, they won't develop your film anymore. You know,
Stop taking pictures of children.
well, it's
not
not
children.
It's not the
It's
children.
me. They just think it's children. Fuck. Shut up, Aiden.
I mean, when you're hung like when you're hung like a buck squirrel, they can't tell if it's a 4-year-old or Bentley.
God damn it. You try wax once.
Yeah, one time you take a picture to show your girlfriend, and sure, this is what happens.
Fucking tired of the naked mole rat jokes.
All right.
You all right there? It just came around on you?
Yeah, that was finally finished the race.
That bounced off the wall before it came back at you.
It did. It's like, what the hell? Oh, God.
You should probably check your ear, make sure nothing's hurt over there.
No, I'm okay. I can't hear much. I was riding the motorcycle anyway.
That's true.
How about the dude who invented the motorcycle? Oh, we went over that motherfucker. Otto. Anyway,
Okay.
The engine.
the engine, the steam engine, how we applied it to a motorcycle when they call it an auto cycle.
Did we go over that?
Oh, good Lord, where have you been?
I
Yep, that's what I thought.
guess not here.
Not here, apparently. You were here last week.
No.
No.
It's the week before.
Neither were we.
Good
yeah.
try.
Yeah, so the reason why we weren't here last week is because some inventor, the inventor of the goddamn oil refinery,
Yeah.
failed to
Somebody
mention the
tried to burn
fact
us
that
down.
failed to mention the fact that on occasions they blow the fuck up.
Yeah, man.
And
On all day occasions.
it's like an
Just
everyday
kept
occasion
going.
when you live in an industrial town with a huge refinery on it. In 30 years there hasn't been, except for one, there hasn't been any problems with it.
At least two. There was one in 2015.
Yeah, like it was a small
and there was
fire and
one
it was
in
contained.
like the 80s.
Yeah, well, like I said, 30 years, it's more than that.
Yeah, suck a dick.
But yeah, sorry, time frame, what? And it's like, and everything. And all of a sudden, it goes up in flames one fucking time last week. And sure as hell, everybody loses their shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, agreed. There is a natural gas storage facility right next door. But this thing was not that far out of control.
Pipes that go through
And pipes
underground,
that,
all over
boom
town.
booms. I mean, they're fucking just bombs waiting to go off.
And if that refinery and that natural gas place goes, there's grain silos on the other end of town.
On the other end of town,
So
which will explode.
Your windows are fucked.
Yeah, so now your windows being across the river.
But the plus side is you're going to have a bigger bay to look at.
Yeah, I was going to say.
true.
I was going to say Fifth,
Just going to
Fifth
be a
Street
crater
Studio.
filling back in.
Fifth Street Studio is probably going to have lakefront property.
Yeah,
because
That's just fine.
I know,
And
right?
you got that little bit of
man,
hill,
then
you might be all right.
Then your taxes go up. It's like fuck that shit.
Taxes.
You got lakefront
His
property.
taxes ain't going to go up in 10 years. It's going to take him that long to sort shit out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we weren't here last week, and I have to apologize for that bullshit.
Yeah, it kind
that
of
sucked.
Kind of sucked.
Because on occasions,
There's a lot of watching the news, which I hate.
yeah, me
Just
too.
to see if the fire
Just to make
finally
sure
went
I can
out.
go home.
Yeah.
Because of course all the cool shit happens when I'm at work. I'm like, God damn it! The time I could have been out looting around, fucking, I got to be at work.
I got out early and I tried to drive to the other end of town to get my mom to leave because she was
Yeah.
in the first evacuation
Oh, yeah.
area, and she was like, "Suck a dick, I'm staying here." But like I did 70 from the top of the hill all the way over there, and like I'm looking at that, I'm like, "Holy shit, that's a lot of smoke."
That's a lot of smoke.
Nothing's really happening but smoke, but that's a lot of fucking smoke.
That's right.
That was
So,
a
anyway.
shit ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a lot. Just so you can look on the national news, oil refinery, boom, boom. That's all you have to look up.
Yeah.
It shows our tiny little shit town. Sorry, Well, mine and Bentley's tiny
Yeah.
little shit town. Aiden lives on the good side of the town in Duluth, across the river.
So it's not really. There's a whole other town in another
Whatever.
state.
Whatever. Well,
It's not really the good side of town.
But we did meet. We made it to Reddit front page.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we made it to
amazing.
that.
Did you
We
really?
were like,
we did, yeah.
we were like story 3 on the
We had,
national
story
news.
3s on the national news. We made it like the top 10 on.
I looked at the wife and I was like,
Reddit.
you know what? For once, we made the news for something that isn't a dude fucking a deer.
I know, right?
That was really annoying. And that was actually on the road the refinery's on, right?
Yeah,
right by it.
conveniently, it was the same road.
What
You,
road
you
is
think it was
this?
that guy?
Stenson?
Stenson?
Yeah, that's where you can find the deer to fuck. Good luck.
Well, there's a lot of them out there.
And Aiden is left.
And Aiden's gone. All right.
Well, I got one more.
Okay, you got one more.
Yeah, yeah.
Ada Lovelace.
Who?
When I was looking at chicks.
Ada Lovelace? Isn't that the deep
Lovelace.
throat chick?
No.
That's Asa Akira.
Ah, thank you. Wait, what?
No, she was working with Charles Babbage when he started working on what would be like the basis for computers. He called it a what did he call it? Analytical engine, which was just to do computations.
Yeah, yep.
She is one of the first people to realize this machine can do more than just this plus this equals this or this times this equals this. We can actually write like algorithms for stuff eventually when we get a good enough machine.
Nice.
So some people actually consider her the first person to recognize
potential.
computers.
Yeah.
To make that leap to getting to computers.
Yeah.
So
okay.
when did this happen?
This happened.
Here we go.
She died
right
in
around.
1852. So this was a long goddamn
Yeah,
time.
this is before women like were into that kind of shit, you know, or
Her,
at least allowed to.
Her dad was Lord Byron, the poet.
Oh, dude.
That's why she was allowed to do whatever.
Yep.
Father was a lord.
Yep. But this was back when that actually mattered. So it was back way in the
Wasn't
day.
Lord Byron a psychopath killer too?
I don't know. I mean, she got away. So.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I'm thinking of somebody else.
But no, she worked with Charles Babbage with his machine, and
cool.
eventually she was one of the ones that early on figured out, hey, we can do cool shit here.
As soon as the technology advances, you can get the basically writing your own code and make it do whatever the hell you want.
Pretty neat. So
That's kinda cool.
how did they design this early on computer thing? Was it like a mechanical machine? I would assume.
Probably.
Yeah, it was huge mechanical machine. From
Mechanical
what I understand.
abacus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it wasn't so much that she was doing stuff, but
She put it together, being
Yeah.
like she thought of that. She thought that up, like, hey, we could do this.
yeah.
You know,
Well, and, like,
exactly.
let's see.
Son of a thick.
This got to be really interesting. Be able to think about something like that, and then 100 years later, we have
Yes.
the modern computer.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one for you. Bentley will attest to this. He knows all about it too. You know, in Star Trek 4, the movie. Okay. Scotty is trying to buy some glass from that glass maker, and he's like, "Answer me this." He goes, "How thick does a piece of glass have to be at 60 feet by 10 feet and hold 50,000 cubic gallons of water?" He goes, "Oh, it's easy. It's 6 inches thick." He goes, "What if I can show you how to do something to do it, make it 1 inch thick?" He goes, "It's impossible." And he types in the thing when he picks it up, and he's like, "Hello, computer," and he picks up the mouse.
I love
and he
that
goes,
joke.
"Transparent aluminum?" And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "What's that worth to you?" You know? And he goes, "I'll trade you that formula for the glass, because they're filling in the whale tank."
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a couple of years ago, this guy at what was it, MIT or something, or
Something,
Berkeley or some really cool school that has a lot of smart people in it. So takes Berkeley out.
Suck it,
Dick, Berkeley.
Go catch your frisbees.
He actually invented an aluminized
glass.
glass, but it was an aluminized, almost porcelain,
Yeah.
but it was clear, and it was I know, right? So transparent aluminum.
Yeah.
He actually came up with. He got that idea. He
He
spent
might have
10 years.
He might have got a text from me at like 3 a.m. when
Yeah.
I saw that on the internet.
He
And I was like,
sent it
"Holy
to me. He's
fucking
like,
shit!
He made fucking transparent aluminum.
It's goddamn real."
Exactly right. And I'm like,
Holy
step 2.
hell.
I think my response next was step 2. Orion slave girls.
Yeah.
You know, and literally,
yeah.
I'm like, and what's really funny is he spent 10 years creating this shit to come up with to do basically to replace windows in outer space because the windows in outer space are incredibly thick and heavy
Yeah.
and very small. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, next thing you know, the military's going to get involved. And like 3 months later, you never heard a fucking thing about
Yep,
it. It hasn't
it
done
was
any research.
done.
Gone. Completely gone. And it's like, military application?
Wonder what is getting lighter bulletproof panels.
Right. I'm like, what's getting lighter bulletproof panels now? You know, well, he also used it to design for the camera mounts for the drones.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that he proposed with it. He's like, he can use it for the bubble camera on the bottom of the drone. So when they're going through the sand, it doesn't actually chip it. Like it doesn't chip it when you're going in the desert and everything like that.
Right.
It doesn't scuff it, doesn't do anything. And it's like, son of a bitch. And I'm like, where the fuck? I'm like, motherfucker, why can't I think of shit like this?
Why can't I have that on my truck right now?
Right?
Because dump trucks are pissing me off.
God, are they ever? If we can make something like that for motorcycles, make it nice and thin, have a bubble around you, don't have to worry about getting sandblasted. Fuck.
I would imagine that'd be nice.
Make a windshield out of it.
Well, yeah, windshield. Not
That's
a
what
bubble
plastics would
around
be.
you.
No, I'm joking about the all-around part.
You want a bubble around you, you already have a Cavalier.
Hey. And?
I mean, it's a bubble.
It's a bubble, all right. Yep. It's ready to pop at any second.
Yep.
Motherfucker, hard gust of wind. There it goes, motherfucker, it's out. So, yeah, that guy was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Came up with shit.
That's pretty badass.
I know. Here's one we never talked about. I can't believe that neither of us picked that one out. Alexander Graham Bell. How come none of us thought of that motherfucker?
I figured somebody would, so I didn't put it on a
If
list.
you say who, I swear to God, I will reach over and beat you with your own
Wasn't
microphone.
his name U.S. West?
That's Westinghouse.
Sure.
That's-
I'm pretty sure it's U.S. West.
that's-
He changed it to Quest.
Quest, that's what it was. Yeah, it used to be. Yeah, exactly.
Mid
No,
century.
A tribe called what?
What?
what a fuck are we? What a fuck are we? What a fuck are we? What?
Uh-huh.
It's that tribe in the middle of
Yeah, Graham Bell.
I'm
He's
like, how the
pretty
hell did
smart,
we? I mean, he
pretty
was a smart motherfucker. When he come up with the telephone, the fucking
Phonograph?
the phonograph record, and all that fun shit. Which, by the way, were not always flat and round. They were cylinders.
Yeah.
made out
Yeah,
of
that's right.
beeswax, if I remember correctly.
What the hell was it? There was one of the. There was a channel back in the day, ZDTV, that did computer stuff. And they had different computer shows. They had video gaming shows. They had just like general computer repair shows and stuff like that. And they had kind of like a variety talk show where they would talk fixing stuff and then they would show stuff. They had one of those cylinders on the show once. And the guy picks it up and he's like, wow, this is pretty awesome. And it just fucking collapsed.
Yeah. He's like one of the last ones ever.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's like,
shit.
it's awesome. And this is really, oh, fuck.
Oh, motherfucker. Yep, exactly.
But yeah,
That
they,
is-
they had them tubes back then.
Yep, there were cylinder tubes.
Kind of makes you wonder why they went that road with them.
It's because the needle would sit and move back. It was easier to make it move back and forth than it was to make the arm swing at the time.
Nice,
Because all you need is a worm gear and you swing it back and forth is all you need.
yeah.
Yeah. Another fun one kind of just popped into my head here. The guy who invented the bomb sights of the World War II airplanes. That was actually severely top secret up until just recently.
The computers that calculated wind.
No,
and shit,
the bombardier and like a B-17.
Yeah.
They sit in the nose and they look and they can see where they're going to hit if they launch right now. The guy who came up with that whole thing was severely top secret up until just recently. Like you can't even take pictures of it because it was still like, hey, I can't even think of the name of what it is. It's some kind of bomb sights. It's whatever the dude's name is and bomb sight. It's so
fair enough.
it was really weird. Like that shit. Like how the hell do you come up with that shit? It's basically like a refractive mirror and a in a fucking prism somewhere. I don't fucking know what it is. Pair of binoculars bent at an angle. It's basically
Well, Al fell over on his binoculars and we just ran with it.
We just went with it. I'm like, hey, look, if I point it like this, I can see the planes in the air. But what if I'm pointing it like this?
If I'm laying on the ground with Al's new binoculars, I can look up that chick's skirt.
Look at that chick's skirt across the street in her grog. Up at her
Back when we could make these jokes and not be called sexual abusers.
Are you a sexual abuser?
I mean,
Or is that besides the point?
probably nowadays, the way everything is, yeah.
Yeah,
I've been known to pat an ass or two.
Thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
Oh, my God.
Good game.
Good game. Yeah. If you do it to a guy, you got to say good game. Otherwise,
You
it's,
don't have to.
you don't really have to, but it's recommended.
Yeah.
It's not required, but it's recommended. It's like dielectric grease. It's not required, but it is recommended.
Not over here, does it?
Not with you, of course not.
He's not going for any grease. He's just you're going in
you're
dry.
not gonna lube that shit up. Just
Dry. Why?
Dry. Well,
Dry.
fuck, Aiden over here. His idea of foreplay is, hey, brace yourself.
Yeah.
Done.
On what? Oh God!
You're standing there. He's handing you a chopstick. Here, bite down on this.
Bite down on this. Why am I gonna? Oh God! I get it. I understand it now.
When did you go to the Chinese food place? Where'd you get this fucking chopstick?
Wait a minute. You got Chinese?
How long have you been planning this?
Yeah. When you don't even like Chinese.
It's salty
God,
and
no.
doesn't taste like soy
Oh,
sauce.
fuck, now I want Chinese food. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, there is that.
It sucks being hungry and like driving around on a motorcycle because every time you pass anything that
Oh,
has
fuck,
resemblance
yeah.
to food, you just oh God, I want that. I don't know what it is. I smelled something. I was riding through Duluth and I don't even know what the fuck I was smelling, but I wanted it, whatever the fuck it was.
It was the poop plant.
No, I was on this side, so I was on the
Oh, the
downside.
paper plant then.
No, I was on this side of that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you want to go to China Buffet after this?
Nah. I got hot dogs and mac and cheese.
Oh, God. Philistine.
Wieners. Uh-huh.
Well, all right.
I have all the wieners.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you the wiener one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the one I got, Neil
got-
deGrasse Tyson.
Neil
Sure.
deGrasse Tyson, absolutely.
He's
Even
born
though,
at- huh?
even though I blame him for a lot of things, but it's okay.
For
Downgrading Pluto.
Al's still bitter about that, in case you guys were wondering.
I am still
you
mildly
know, he
bitter.
used to wrestle in college.
I did not
Really?
know that.
Yeah,
no,
he
I
would
did not know
kick
that.
Everybody's ass. I mean, dude's like 6.5 feet tall.
He is a big.
I don't
guy.
know if this is actual, but found that the other day. Speaking of him.
Was he torting over there or tweaking or what?
Well, he's right, but
tweeting?
that's.
Yeah, he's probably
I
not
don't
wrong.
think that's real.
I don't know. It could be.
It could be.
I mean, he's probably not wrong.
You know, I did read that too.
Well, yeah, I sent you the picture.
Yeah, that's right.
All things equal, I mean, you
I mean, any force opposite equal action. I mean, if it's,
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Well, see, that's
Yeah.
the thing. If it had enough force to comprehend,
Half the good part about this is nobody's going to know what the hell we're talking about because you guys just both read that.
I know, right? Okay.
Wow, we're really bad at
It,
this.
it, it,
Yeah, this whole
involves
podcast
it
thing.
involves space, zero gravity, and masturbation. Put two and two together, you know what we're talking about.
It
So,
doesn't say masturbation. It just says ejaculation.
it's well, exactly. If you did, the force coming out of your penis would have to be
Slightly
more
push
than
you back.
slightly push you back, but it would have to be more forceful than your body weight or something like that. Like the Newton force has to be
I
different.
mean, it still would
You're
push you
weightless,
back so
dude.
long as there's no
Oh, yeah, good
other
point, yeah.
force going
Yeah.
upon you. So if you're going this way, it's still going to push you back a little bit.
yeah, okay, I guess that
but
would
it's
work.
not going
Yeah,
to
that
have
would-
the same amount
same
of
equal force coming
so
back
you're going to
to
have to go a lot of times to get that thrust to get out of that room.
Speaking of thrust, oh fuck! I got me a thruster right there. I mean, wait, what?
Yep.
Lucky we're on Earth, otherwise it'd be through that wall right now. Okay, anyway,
That's
Neil
almost a
deGrasse-
don't move, I'll get you a towel
Yeah,
moment
don't
right
move,
there.
I'll get through a towel. Okay, so anyway, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Let's
So
go on to
he's
him.
got a whole bunch of fucking degrees.
Yeah.
He has an AB degree from the University of Maryland, an MA degree from the University of Texas in Austin, a Master's of Philosophy, and a PhD from Columbia. So yeah, dude's-
Philosophy.
What
yeah.
else is
Wow.
there? I mean, come on.
I don't know,
seriously.
whatever MP degree is. It's a Master of Philosophy, I guess.
Well,
In
that's-
astrophysics,
They
and
do,
everything's
yeah.
astrophysics.
I forget that they break everything up.
Well, you have to
stupidly like
you have to
that.
have some kind of
Yeah.
philosophy to deal with that. In a matter of speaking.
I don't know.
That was smart. I don't know.
That's how smart it was. It was so smart it made me burp.
He's got his PhD in human gases.
Yeah,
That's
everybody.
right. Fuck right.
I think the smartest thing that he does is it's not only that he's smart, but he can relate to everybody else. He can tell stupid people
Yeah.
how this works.
Yes.
Well, he's making a living doing that.
Exactly.
He's got different
I love
shows
that.
and
Yes.
podcasts and books and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
He does a ton of shit, and I think that's absolutely important. So, I mean, if you're a genius and you can't relate anything to the public to get them to understand and to learn, then you're not
doesn't
really,
help.
yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
help whatsoever. But given that he's able to do that, I think that really does help the population as
Yeah.
a whole.
What about Carl Sagan? Remember that
Yeah.
guy? That's another
The original,
the
was
wow
it?
signal.
Nah, Cosmos.
Cosmos,
The original Cosmos.
Yep.
Yeah. Isn't that on Netflix?
Sure.
I know the new one is.
I don't know.
New one's
I
on
don't have
Netflix,
time to
everywhere.
watch TV anymore.
Why not?
I work.
You should watch TV more. Makes
This
people
coming from
smart.
the guy. This coming from the guy who doesn't watch TV.
You should make some Al time and watch things other than porn.
Well,
That is
that
Al
is Al time. No, I just
Different
I,
category of Al time
Oh
here.
yeah, right. No, I just do other things. You know?
Yeah.
I watch it at night to bring it down a little bit, but other than
That's
that,
true.
I'm good.
Just stream it all the time.
Well,
That's what Google
pretty much.
Glass would be if they actually came out with it.
Right? I hear
One
you.
lens is porn, the other lens is. It's probably porn, just to be honest.
Yeah. To be
No,
honest with
no.
you.
Well, maybe up here. Down south, it's going to be one lens is porn, the other lens is religious because you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, you feel
watching
bad
it.
about
Yeah, you
yourself
gotta
watching
offset.
porn.
Gotta
Yeah,
balance.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, gotta-
Life
yes.
is all balance.
It's all
you know
about balance, That's right. Take the good with the bad.
He's got this ear, and it's and this ear is you're going to hell.
Repent,
Repent, sinners.
Probably have a special channel for that. and everything.
Christ, what the fuck? Why
we
do
have
people
anything
keep-
else?
Yes, the old one. What?
What?
He's reading texts.
I'm texting and driving at the same time. By the way, let's put a little safety corner here. Top tip safety corner. Do not text and ride a motorcycle at the same time. You are just asking for death.
Did you?
No.
Okay.
I'm dumb, but not that dumb.
I didn't think so.
Let's broaden that out a little bit. Don't text and operate a
Walk.
motor vehicle.
Text and
I
walk.
seem to remember a rant about this the other day.
Yeah. This is a good thing we should start. We should start a safety corner at
Yeah.
the end of every podcast.
You
every
can do that.
episode.
Yeah, safety corner. I'm
I
cool
got
with
no
that.
problem with that. But ain't nobody that's listening to this gonna give a shit.
Do a top 3 or 4, however many people that we have on. We'll do a top 3, and then we'll have the guest do their special
Yes.
safety corner.
Yeah, special safety corner, like wear earplugs
Yeah, while masturbating.
while masturbating,
So
so
when-
then nobody can hear you come.
Don't even.
I'm trying not to laugh here.
can't.
I'm trying real hard not to laugh.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us.
All I'm seeing in my head is people outside the door going, "Yep, he thinks we can't hear him." It's fucking sad. I wish he'd stop making these noises.
Oh,
Oh god!
But when we try to tell him, he just signs like he can't see it or can't hear
I
us.
can't hear you.
He doesn't speak fucking sign language. So we can't answer back.
just waving his hands around. Oh, willy nilly.
Oh,
You don't want to know what I got hit with the other day.
Oh god damn! There was something on his hand that got me in the eye, and I'm like, it burns.
It wasn't hair gel. We're just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
it was not hair gel. Hey, how's that Instagram page going? Ever since I got rid of it.
I don't know. How was it going,
I
Bentley?
put something up on there.
Did you really?
Yeah, like right after we went through that.
You
Yeah.
should start fretting people.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
I was thinking of putting this up, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah, you can.
'Cause well, it's a comic. I'll have to.
Ask for rights.
Get some copyright.
Yeah, you
things
Well,
should
like
going.
probably do
link.
Yeah.
Felt this was fitting with our topic.
I wonder, am I a genius? Sniff, sniff. My hand smells kind of like poop.
I know you've seen that
Then
one.
no.
Yes. Oh my god, it's Penny Arcade.
Yeah.
Fuck right.
So that's a hard no.
Well, thank you, Penny Arcade. Please
Yes.
don't sue us.
Yeah, pretty
We
much.
love your stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, awesome comic strip, by the way.
It just felt fitting when we.
It does, right?
The second you mentioned the topic, I was like,
I got a comic strip with this on it.
Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us on this episode of A Topic a Month, where we cover geniuses. And next month, we're going to have something brand new for May. I still haven't figured out what that's going to be, and I only have a couple of days to do it. In any case, this is going to be post-dated to what, April?
It is May.
you're breaking the whatever wall.
Sorry.
Anyway, you can always
Fifth
find
Reich or whatever it is.
the fifth, right?
I don't know.
You can always find us on all the social media. That's going to be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at A Topic a Month. We've got a Facebook page and a Facebook group.
I ain't no Nazi.
The fifth one, not the fourth one.
Anyway.
Anyway, and you can visit us on patreon.com/A Topic a Month. And hey, if you want to give us some money, that would be pretty awesome. You can do $1 an episode, $1 a month, or throw us a $5 and get a sticker while supplies last.
Stickers are good.
Stickers are good.
Yep.
And supplies will probably be never ending because I still have to buy some more. So we'll always have them. And there you go. Thanks, everyone, and have a good night.